Joining me now is Marianne Marshall, President of the Gravenhurst Rotary Club and Chair of our International Committee. Thanks for joining me today, Marianne.
Thanks, Gord.
So international, what is all that about? There's a big world out there. There must be big stuff going on in the International Committee, right?
Yes, well, Rotary International, which we belong to, believes that it's important that the whole world is doing well, not just our community. So 25% of everything we do is directed internationally. So although 75% of everything we do is in our local community, we take a small portion of it and we do some good international work. So.
Well, that sounds fair. I mean, if you're in this community and trying to do good here, if you're not looking after in some way the community just outside of your doors, like it all can kind of come down on you, right? Like it can be a bad thing.
It's something that as Canadians we don't really think as much about as a lot of other countries do. In the World Peace Index, we're 6 in the world out of like 200 countries. Wow. So in general, we don't feel the problems that a lot of other countries experience. Until you get out there and explore, then you start to see. And if we want to prevent things like the world wars and things like that, we have to make sure that our whole world is doing well, not just our area. Because sooner or later, it shows up. It comes knocking at the door.
Right? Yeah,
that's exactly right. Yeah.
So tell me about the International Committee. What sort of programs and projects that we've been doing on that side of things?
We have a very, very active International Committee, and there's 2 parts to it. One is where we actually do some hands-on work, and I'll talk about that at the end of what I'm talking about. But we also have a lot of projects where we support other Rotarians in other areas of our district. We have a project in Zambia in Africa where we help. They're building a school and working on. Actually, they came and asked me about bikes the other day, and you'll hear more about bikes later. That's sort of my catchword is the bike thing. But they asked me the other day about maybe doing bikes in Africa as well for this school. We're helping in Nepal where there was a major earthquake a few years ago, and our assistant district governor was over there wanting to do the hike to base camp, and was there for the earthquake. And she was amazed at how all the Rotarians in the area sort of rallied together, found each other. And now a lot of them are going back and rebuilding like hundreds and hundreds of schools. We're very lucky that it was a day when the kids weren't in school, because there would have been so many children dead.
Wow.
Yeah. Another thing that we're working on, simple things like when we just had the recent Hurricane Dorian that just about wiped out the Bahamas. We have a certain amount of money in our contingency fund that we can step up when it's things like that, and we sent them shelter kits. Through Disaster Aid Canada is who it is. It's an association with Rotary International. And so it gives them cooking pots and things like that because they had nothing. I mean, their whole world was wiped out. So.
Wow. Right. All right. What else?
Well, so we have 2 international projects that we actually run. One is it's helping kids in the Philippines so that they don't feel disenfranchised. They come from a poor area and they've been moved into a richer area to go to school. They're trying to move them around, but the problem is they don't have uniforms. So when they go there, they're not treated as well as they could be because they're being shown as different.
They stand out. Right?
They stand out, exactly. So what we do is we provide them T-shirts and school supplies so that they continue their education.
Wow, nice.
And then our major project, Rotary Wheels for Learning, I've been involved in that for about 5 years now. And we go into Cambodia. This year we're taking a team of 22 and we're building school. We have bikes, 816 bikes. Yeah, we're fixing up wash stations. We're giving rice. There's a school that's right on a dump. And the kids used to go in, that's where they worked and they lived and they ate and they everything, and they didn't go to school. So we give them rice to give to the parents so that the parents have something to eat. They don't send their kids in the dump, they send their kids to school. So, I mean, rice saves kids' lives. It's pretty
And you said 22 members, so those are all from Gravenhurst, or are those from
No, there's some local people that aren't even Rotarians, but there's also somebody from Nunavut.
Oh.
Yeah, there's people from Kingston, there's people from London, we've got somebody from Vancouver coming out. 6 different Rotary clubs are represented and people from all over Ontario. So
must be so exciting to bring Rotarians together on a common project like that.
It's amazing, and once they're there, they're addicted, and then they continue to help us year after year, and sometimes they continue to come year after year, and it's pretty special. So
that's pretty neat.